Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a very doozy episode of the Pleeka podcast. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Avengers Age of Ultron.
Stop.
Come here, little kitty. On my lap. Guess he's back with a brand new rap.
Don't say it again. I'll kill you. Stupid ass.
In the name of love.
Are you done? Oh, you don't have a song for that?
I don't know any songs I go, are you done? So normally on the show we do trivia.
Yeah. So let's get right into
15 minutes ago you said, I'm going to go poop. And I said, oh,
Yeah, about
fuck,
15.
I didn't get any trivia for the podcast.
So wait, me pooping reminds you of trivia?
No, I knew. Usually you're like, I got to poop. That's like a sign that's like, oh, I got 15 minutes to start the podcast.
Yeah, it's more like 10, but you take 15.
Yeah, here, let me text him real quick.
Yeah, you hit record. Then you clapped. Just make it clap.
Just making sure. All right, so I got two trivias.
Pursuit and...
No, just two trivias
Quiz.
about Avengers.
That's it?
Yeah, the rest, I read most of it. The rest was pretty, like, it's like, oh, these specific actors came back to do reshoots. These specific actors didn't know the name of the title. I was like, I don't care. So, but these
Well,
ones...
What if we don't care about this
These
one?
ones that... no, I think you actually will. These ones actually found pretty
Alright,
interesting.
I'll be the judge of that.
At some point, the Abomination, the villain from The Incredible Hulk 2008, was going to be an antagonist in the film, or at least a secondary villain, and Tim Roth was going to reprise his role in the film. However, the Abomination was written out of the film by the end.
Oh, that's kind
That'd have been kind of neat, I think, to bring back a Hulk villain, especially because like nothing else besides the character has been connected to that movie.
Do you think if like he goes to fight the Hulk, he'd be confused because it's not the same guy?
You're like, what? You looked a little different before. Did you like go to like Beijing? You know how they usually go to like a third world country or something. Beijing's not a third world country. They usually go to somewhere else. Then they're like, oh, you look different.
Yeah, that's what I was going with. But you fucked that all up.
I don't know why I said. Whatever. You could forget I said that, people.
Wow. Did you like take stuttering medicine before you came on?
Originally, Quicksilver was not going to die in this movie, and at the end, we're going to be introduced to Quicksilver, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel when they have the whole Avengers team line up. But then obviously they killed Quicksilver, and then I guess for timing stuff and like scheduling, they couldn't get Captain Marvel and Spider-Man there.
Yeah. I think I remember that when it came out about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know there was rumors that Ant-Man was going to be there too. Like he
I
was going to be standing on top of like Falcon's shoulder or something.
mean, as much time as they talked about, if we do this, we might die. I think someone should have died, even if it was the new guy.
Yeah. What's weird is like I talked a lot about previously how much I hated Quicksilver, which I still think this is but like me get what I'm getting at is like I think he was kind of bad in this movie, but Scarlet Witch did a lot better in Civil War, I thought, because she kind of lost the accent, and like I liked her better in that movie than this for her first instance in this.
Did she lose the accent? I don't remember.
It's basically gone in Civil War. Like maybe it's slightly there. So I think if he would have stuck him around, I would have really liked his character.
I didn't mind.
Because like
him.
I like the actor and I really like the character, but I don't
What
like
else
him
is
in
he
that
in?
movie. He's in Kick-Ass 1 and 2. He's in Godzilla. He's in a couple other things I've seen too. But those are like the main big ones.
So you don't have anything to compare him to, unless you compare him to Flash.
Yeah, like it was neat in this movie. I don't know. There wasn't really much to go off of.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of glad there was like someone with a different power, I guess.
Yeah, but it was cool seeing like their version of someone
Yeah.
running fast.
Yeah.
But all right, so now we'll get.
Unlike that Jessica Jones episode I walked in on.
That was pretty cheesy.
Well, I just think if you're a speedster, how are you still fat?
I don't know.
All you do is run.
Yeah, Jessica Jones. I finished the season. It was okay.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you get to the end of most Marvel shows. It's like, okay. Other than like the first scene, Jessica Jones is amazing. Punisher is really good, and then Daredevil has his moments. But for the most part, after that, the other ones, you're like, there was like 2 good episodes.
Wow. I just watched the episode 9 of Narcos on season 3. The entire time I was like.
I was like that the whole time David Tennant was in his episode of Jessica
but that's
Jones.
because you want to make out with him.
Well, yeah, who doesn't want to make out with David Tennant? He walked in here, he's like, "Oh, Nick, make out with me, mate." He's not Australian, but you know, you'd be like,
I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house, you weirdo. I don't even know who you are.
you know who he is. You've seen like 2 shows with him.
Name 2.
I get Broadchurch.
I
And
didn't watch Broad Judge.
Grace Point, my bad, same show. And you've seen maybe some Doctor Who?
Nope.
Avengers: Age of Ultron, directed by Joss Whedon, or as Mauser says, Joss Whedon. And
I thought you weren't allowed to say Mauser's name.
yeah, fuck him. And the budget was $316 million.
God damn.
The box office, it made $1,405 million.
That's not bad.
They made a shit ton of money. With Black Panther, I think it just crossed $1 billion.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I think I've only seen this 3 times.
Yeah, I've probably seen it about the same. Yeah. Because I watched it. We saw it in theaters, and I believe I watched it once you bought it.
I liked it more
on
this
Netflix.
time than I did the last 2 times.
I've liked it kind of about the same all around.
You originally thought it was better than the first one. Do you still feel that way, or is that a spoiler?
Well, should we jump to the category of ranking our movies
no,
real quick?
we can wait. I
Okay.
was just, I don't know. There's things I like about this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and there's things I don't like about this movie.
Oh, I got the same. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's some things in this that I like more well, we'll get in more time. But I like this one a lot.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Oh, really? So I can just talk the rest of the time?
Yeah, I'm just done.
All right. Well, welcome to the Nick podcast. No, just talk.
This morning I had about a 12-incher come out my asshole. That's you, not me. I was being the Nick podcast. I know that really came out like I put a 12-inch cock in my asshole this morning.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so the opening scene after Loki's scepter is the opening scene where
They said Wokey.
he's a new character. The opening scene where they're all after Loki's scepter, I put as everything I want in an Avengers movie. Like that whole beginning part, that's really cool. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
them all teaming together. You got the Hulk and all of them. They're making fun of Captain America. Like it's just all a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
It's basically it's pretty much they took the end of Avengers 1 and made it the opening of this movie.
So is that your favorite scene? We just get that out of the way.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite scene.
I think it's mine too.
Sorry, boys and girls. I had to get some Red Bull in my belly.
Do that too, yeah.
Are you gonna drink my Red Bull?
You have herpes.
See, this stuff like this is where I like that stuff I don't like about the movie. The lullaby scene with the Hulk is very odd. All that shit in this movie with the Hulk and Scarlet Witch, Johansson. I almost did that so many fucking times in my notes. I'm like Scarlet Witch.
Wow.
Him and Black Widow, I should just say. I found it very odd.
It
And
did
I'm kind of glad that. I mean, we haven't seen the Hulk, I guess, since this movie, but it doesn't seem like they're gonna.
Because apparently he flew to another planet.
Yeah, he went to go hang out with Thor. out
Like
in
literally
space.
flew a plane to a planet.
Yeah. So but I think what happens because in the trailer of Thor Ragnarok, which it's every fucking podcast. I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, but there's those blue holes like in the on this planet. It's like dropping trash almost. I think as he was going into space, he got sucked into that and like dropped onto a planet, like a black hole type thing. Because there's like stuff from other planets there. Yeah, it's all just to get him there. But yeah, I found all that stuff when she's like, "Oh, the sun's coming up, little boy."
It felt forced.
Yeah, like they weren't meant to be at all. And then they get into her uterus and stuff, and it's weird.
Whose uterus?
Scarlett Johansson's uterus.
You got into her uterus?
Yeah, you basically doing that one movie she's in where she's walking around naked. I really like when Scarlet Witch makes Tony have the vision of Avengers dying. That was a pretty cool scene. Do you think any of that scene has anything to do with Avengers Infinity War?
No.
Or do you think that's all for this movie? 'Cause I never thought that, and then I saw it now. I was like, oh, they keep saying people are gonna die in those movies. I wonder if it'll happen in this way at all.
No, because I don't think Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the one who's going to see him all die.
You think he's gonna be the one to die? You think so if you had to pick one person right now that you think is gonna die for sure in Infinity War? Because I mean, one person is gonna die, like in the main Avenger. Who do you honestly think it's gonna be?
I think it's going to be Captain America, but I don't want it to be.
I kind of feel the same. I feel like it's gonna be him, possibly Tony Stark.
If whoever does
'Cause
it.
I know the biggest theory online is right now is because Tony Stark and Spider-Man are both on Thanos' planet in the trailer. I don't know what it's called. Doesn't really matter. But there's a big theory that he sends his suit, how he saves Pepper in Iron Man 3. He does that to Spider-Man and sacrifices himself to save Spider-Man. Then Spider-Man gets off the planet and goes and alerts more people.
Who's the alert?
Like, hey, Captain. I don't know. But like that's the biggest theory right now. Which it'd be cool if he did die. If it wasn't just like boom, I kill him. If it was like to save like Spider-Man or something, since like he kind of built him.
I think whoever dies will it'll be something
like that. Yeah. I kind of think too. All these movies are basically. It seems like they're leading to Tony Stark's downfall too, like him dying. Because like he sacrificed himself in Avengers 1. He's depressed in Avengers depressed in Iron Man 3 and kind of in this. Like the way the way they all go.
He definitely needs to be on some medication.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some issues.
But like, it's kind of seems like it's all leading that way for him to
a
be
little
gone.
bit, yeah.
But it'll be interesting how different the movies are going to be too after this, because they keep saying that like they're going to be more in space and stuff like that. I've even heard Doctor Strange say it's going to be dimensional, so people think like they'll go to other Earths in the movies now. So you can go. It's like that's how they're bringing people back. Like, you go to Earth 2 and get Captain America back. Which that'll be kind of neat if they do get to that. Maybe. But it depends on how they pull it off.
Yeah, I
mean, it's almost goofy like on Flash and stuff, but they pull it off pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy.
But it works for the show.
It works, but it's
So it just depends on that. But all right, so next thing I got is I got the Vision part.
You didn't say Vision.
What?
You didn't say anything about Vision.
No, when she gives him a vision.
Oh.
And not the actual vision yet. I was confused what this meant. We get our first look at Avengers Tower and the Iron Legion. Did you like his Iron Legion better in this than you did in Iron Man 3? The little robots that come and like save people, and then they kind of work for Ultron by the end of it. Yeah,
but I think that's one of the things I don't like.
I actually thought about that in the movie. In this movie is basically the whole premise of the movie is everything you hated about Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
It's a million robots attacking.
Yeah.
And all that, and you just want one thing. So I thought about that. Like as I was watching, I was like, see, I don't mind that, and that's kind of what I like about Iron Man 3. So like it makes sense why we both have different views on that.
Yeah. Although like I remember not liking Ultron.
His voice is pretty badass, but I think ultimately he's probably the most disappointing villain.
But I liked him more watching it this last week than I had before.
I looked for it in this because I never noticed it before. I watched a video a couple weeks ago, and there's one of the things is that like Thanos is through all the gems is gonna bring back all villains because all the villains so far have been absorbed into the Infinity Stones. And like in the end of this, he gets put into Vision's mind gem. What's his face gets put in the Captain America. Red Skull gets absorbed into the Tesseract. So the people keep getting absorbed in this, which I never noticed that. And then once I watched the video, I was like, oh, they totally do. Like that has to be on purpose. Them doing that.
Yeah, maybe. It's funny that you say that because I wouldn't have called it absorbed. I'd have called it like disintegrated.
Yeah, it just depends on like how. Cause like I would have probably thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But then in that video, I was like, oh, is it like if they do have a plan, that's cool if they actually plan that out.
Right.
But if not, it's just them being.
I was thinking that too while we're watching this, and I'm like, he's like, no strings on me, and then he's like going around, and I'm like, so what does this have to do with Thanos? Nothing.
Yeah.
But if it did,
which I read too. Originally, they wanted like the higher ups wanted them to do Thanos in this movie. And Joss Whedon's like, no, we got to keep him grounded in this and do Thanos as like the big bad to lead all the movies to. Which makes sense.
It cracks me up. It takes 17 movies to find Thanos, and then Telltale you kill him in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's weird.
And it's like literally like takes nothing to kill him.
So I mean,
but like it's just a video game. Like
no, I know. It's just funny though that like they did it that way. Yeah,
it's also funny that like there's another villain in the game that's son of a bitch to kill, but you defeat Thanos in 10 seconds.
Right.
That's how you know that game's shitty.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Tony tells Bruce his plans to use the scepter, and Baron Strucker's AI to make Ultron, which he probably should have not done. Would save them some trouble.
Yeah.
And then we get a very creepy. I did like this stuff too. We get a very creepy scene with Ultron waking up and he killed Jarvis.
Sorta.
Yeah.
He didn't really kill him.
Well, yeah, but at the time you think he's dead.
Yeah.
But that was very. He's waking up and yeah, that's another one. Yeah. But he's like, where am I? And like looking around, and he's like, oh, should I alert Tony? He's like, no. Yeah. No, you don't have to. And then he's like looking up all this stuff. You kind of see much stuff from Tony Stark, like back in the day in Iron Man 1 and shit like that. He's going through all over. Like, it was a very creepy scene, but I liked it.
It was kind of creepy. Did it make you want to watch The Blacklist?
What's funny is Mom was mopping down the hall as I was watching that part, and I was like, hey, do you recognize his voice? She's like, yeah. I was like, does it make you think I'm watching Blacklist? And she was like, oh, I really love his voice. And then
His voice is the best part of the movie.
yeah.
By far.
So then I liked when Tony and Thor were arguing over their girls at the party,
Oh,
and then it
yeah.
ends with Thor just going, "Jane's better."
Thor was kind of funny in this. In
Yeah.
a couple parts. I'm really excited to watch.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I am too. That's why all these movies that we're rewatching, we haven't seen that. But I've been looking forward to see that. I really want to see that. We went and saw Justice League instead of seeing that.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
That was a bad move.
That was all you.
Yeah, I don't know. But then we got Falcon at the party. That was pretty neat. I got it.
Falcon Stan Lee.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to next. So we
Yeah.
get our 11th Stan Lee cameo, and Thor gets him drunk. He's hanging out with a bunch of World War II buddies, which I guess I didn't notice actually until I looked it up. Stan Lee was actually a World War II veteran.
Oh, was he?
Them doing that was because of that.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't know
And then
that.
he walks up drunk going, Excelsior.
Yeah, it's out of Spun Legos.
I gotta have some of that. No. See, this was aged for 1,000 years. The barrels built from the wreck of Grunhill's fleet is not meant for mortal men.
Neither was Omaha Beach, Blondie. Stop trying to scare us. Come on.
All right.
Excelsior.
But yeah, that was actually an okay.
The party was
Stan Lee
kind of
cameo.
cool
I
to
like
see them
that.
all like Rhodey was telling the story, and then
Oh,
like,
and they didn't care.
yeah, and then Thor's
That's what I
like,
love at the end when he shows up and he's like, "Oh, this is gonna be a story to tell."
yeah,
Yeah, I'm hoping he's a bigger part in Infinity War.
he's not crippled or something.
No, I saw there's a thing in, like, if you watch the magazine, you can see why he can walk in this movie. But I'd better watch the movie and find out.
Maybe he's got the same thing Felicity has.
Probably she probably made it for him. The Thor's hammer scene with all of them grabbing the hammer is great. And then I get nudges for Captain America, and he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that was
Which
really
is the
funny.
nod because in like Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, she didn't do it, which I guess they did that both on purpose because Captain America and Hero are the only other Avengers I believe that have actually wielded the hammer in the comics.
Oh, she used the hammer.
It's like in an Elseworld story, but like
Oh.
it was a like what if type thing.
Yeah.
But then Captain America is like the only other person that's been worthy for it. Which is funny too. Like they lead all that up, and then at the end, Vision has, and he's like, "Oh, that is weighted poorly." And he's like, "Well, yeah, you have to swing it." Like that's a real funny. Scene.
I like too how they were all arguing this is way ahead, but they were all arguing if they should even trust Vision. Which they just fought.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he like hands him the thing, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid that would make them change.
But it
their
does
mind.
make sense. Like
But it
he's
makes
worthy
sense.
because like if he's a bad guy, it wouldn't happen.
Right, and they weren't worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then after they're all partying with the hammer and all that, Ultron shows up.
MC Hammer.
No,
Oh.
Thor hammer.
Oh, I got you.
But Ultron shows up and he's like, "There are no strings on me, Mr. Stark."
Okay.
They should have. We should watch a cut of the movie where I just do all of Ultron's lines.
No, because he
I'm,
didn't.
I'm Tony Stark. Nah.
It's kind of what he
I
was
wear
like.
an Iron Man suit. Nah.
Except, like about halfway through the movie, Ultron would be a pirate.
That's true.
Because you're
I'm
stupid.
like, "Oh, hard me, matey. I'm gonna get you, Tony Stark. Hard. I'll be sweeping the seven seas with you,
How
pirate
come
lover."
pirates can only say like 3 things?
What do you mean, hard?
Like, say I'm gonna go down to the store.
I'm gonna go down to the store, hard.
Oh, all right, that wasn't too bad.
Matey.
No.
We learned that Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch lost their parents due to Stark Industry bombs. Which that's pretty interesting. What I thought was stupid though, is if like a bomb like say one landed right through my room right here, boom, and didn't blow up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't wait here for 3 days for it trying to kill me.
But they were trapped in the rubble, dildo.
Oh, I see. I missed that part 'cause I was writing down notes. That makes a little more sense.
It's not like they were like, "Hey, you want to play Monopoly?"
See, that's what I thought they were doing. I thought they were like, "Well, I guess my life's over."
You know, it's their scene they describe is a lot like the scene in Iron Man 1.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna get to too. Is that it's
Well,
sort of
you're slow.
well, yeah, I'm not Quicksilver.
Wow.
They don't call me Quickie Silver.
No, they just call you Quickie.
Yeah, could
Quickie.
pee in your mouth. But yeah, it was totally like they did that 100% on purpose to
You think it was 99% on purpose?
no,
Oh, okay.
but like to parallel them to Iron Man.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of cool that they did that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Except that just because he sold bombs doesn't make him.
The killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, especially 'cause he hasn't for years.
Bombs don't kill people. Oh, wait, yeah, they do.
Guns kill people. I forget how the song goes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the the guy from MC Vagina.
Nope.
He's from he's on the League.
His name's not MC Vagina.
Show me your genitals.
Yeah.
And one of the songs, his name is MC Vagina.
Oh.
MC Vagina's back in this bitch.
Wow.
So Tony finds documents on Claw, and the Avengers go after him. And then Ultron.
He looked just like the guy from Black Panther,
Oh, I wonder why.
except he had 2 arms.
He looked just
For a
like
while.
he just. Oh, there goes my joke. I was gonna say he looked just like the monkey from Planet of the Apes. Because he is.
I don't get it.
Ultron beats them to get the vibranium, and then
Like beat him off.
Yeah, he was like,
I mean, he is
"Thanks for the vibranium."
like a
Sex robot.
mechanic. Yeah, he could be.
That's what Tony Stark could make. No, guys, we need Ultron. Why? Because he jerked me off. Jarvis never does that. He's like, "Sir, I can't be jerking you off."
Friday would.
Yeah. You know what I thought's funny? So we have a person. I don't want to name any names, but there's a person who's very critical of movies that talks to us all the time about movies. Usually is wrong.
Yes.
And they came over to our house and talked about Avengers 2 after it came out, and they're like, it's so weird. After he made Vision, all of a sudden there's a girl talking in a suit, and I was like, there's a whole scene, where he looks at all the tapes, and he's like, oh, I'll use Friday this time, and puts it in, and he was like,
I don't think it was a tape, but yeah, I get
well,
you.
you know what I mean. They look like cassette tapes, but
Yeah.
the things, and he's like, no, it's not. I was like, oh, okay, sorry, I guess I made up that scene.
I don't see.
And when I watched it again this time, I was like, oh, you can go fuck yourself.
Still, it wasn't a deleted scene.
Nope, in the movie.
What's funny is he says all that kind of shit, but it never sticks with me. Like,
Well, that was like, I don't know however this movie came out, like 5 years ago or something, 4
Yeah.
years ago.
But you
So
still
it was
remember.
before I knew that he was bullshitting.
Well, what did he tell us about Lady Bird?
Oh, that it's all about her paper. And it's just like, what movie was it? There's another movie that he said it's just
Orange
like
County.
Orange County, yeah. Which neither one was right.
No.
If you've seen Lady Bird and you've seen Orange County, you should
So-
know that.
He told us this literally minutes before we were going to see Lady Bird.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what a fucking dick. He just ruined the movie for us. And then we got done with the movie and we're like, none of that shit happened. What the fuck's he talking
You're
about?
like, I guess he's not a dick. He's just stupid.
He read it on the internet and didn't go see the movie and thinks he's an expert at the movie.
Yeah. So next thing I got written down is Quicksilver scenes, like where the vibranium plays still, were actually really cool. Him run around fighting everybody.
The
like,
best
flipping
part
stuff
is when he
around.
tried to grab Thor's hammer.
Oh yeah, he's like,
And I don't mean
and then
his
just
penis.
flies out of the screen.
Yeah.
That's the best part of my night too. And I'm like, hey Thor, let me grab that hammer. Oh, am I worthy? Am I worthy?
Stop. You're starting to scare me a little bit.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with my rainbow bridge.
Okay. Just make yourself giggle.
I was just thinking, I wonder if anyone's done that as like a porn parody, and like Thor is like jizzing out rainbows.
Why would you jizzing out rainbows?
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna answer that?
No, I like, 'cause the Rainbow Bridge. I liked when Hawkeye took down Scarlet Witch. That was pretty funny. She runs up and he's like, whoosh. I've tried the whole brainwashing thing, didn't like it.
Yeah, I was thinking because she's like, poof, poof, like with her little fucking poofiesness, and I was like,
Is that the technical term for it?
yeah. And then I'm like, is he gonna go bad again? Like Jesus Christ! And then because I didn't remember it, and he didn't. I thought, oh, good, because I didn't want to.
I liked him a lot in this movie.
Yeah, he was good. In this
He's
movie.
he's one of the best characters I feel like in this movie.
I liked it. Was it when he's like, there's aliens and computers and blah blah blah? He goes, and I got a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
what. And then he's like aiming it at Quicksilver. He's like, no, I don't even know. That's
yeah.
one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Then we get a very awesome Hulk versus Iron Man fight. That could be one of the best scenes in the movie as well.
Oh, the Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really cool scene. They're chasing him down. He gets Veronica, which I learned they called her Veronica as a joke to Archie, because I guess Hulk's girlfriend in the Hulk movie is named Betty. And Betty and Veronica, Archie.
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
I don't watch that fucking.
Well, you
stupid
never
Riverdale
heard of the
shit.
comic or anything?
I heard of it, never read it.
What a dildo.
I know
But yeah,
Archie.
that
You
seems.
know, Archie and Jughead. Are either one of them named that?
No, but their girlfriends are Betty and Veronica.
Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Get an education. Watch some Riverdale.
I'm not watching Riverdale.
I still haven't seen this week's Riverdale. I really need to.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Hawkeye brings the Avengers to the safe house, a.k.a. his home.
Is that smart though?
No one knew about it. Not even the Avengers knew about it. So how, if Tony Stark doesn't know about it, Ultron.
Samuel Jackson knew about it. Stax
That's
Edwards.
because he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Stax Edwards knew about it.
Who Stacks?
You just watched him in a movie last night.
Oh, and that's Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But yeah,
Jesus.
that's a pretty cool scene too. I like there and like
When he gets shot in the back of the head.
No,
Oh,
I'm
you're talking about
talking about
Avengers.
Avengers. We're
I
not
thought you-
talking about Goodfellas.
Oh, my bad.
Tony Stark and the Captain Iron Man. Oh boy, Tony Stark and Captain America, Steve Rogers,
Steve Rogers.
chopping wood and ripping wood and arguing. It's like totally setting up Civil War.
Yeah, almost annoying though. Like just a fine line between.
Well, only because we know it. Like, if then we're like, oh, they don't like each other. Ooh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, but like, I find it less annoying knowing that they're gonna fight. I think I found it more annoying because I didn't believe they were gonna fight. So like, the best part is when Tony Stark. You all right?
I did it away from the mic so no one to hear, but then you called it.
They heard.
Comment down below if you heard that.
I'm commenting. So he walks away and he's like, "Hey, don't steal from my pile."
Mhm.
And he has like 6 logs. there.
Yeah.
And then he has like, and Captain America has like 100.
Yeah, then I got it written down here. And then Nick Fury shows up to talk to Tony, and he's like,
Was he furious?
"Oh, I'm surprised they haven't made that joke in the movies yet."
Are you really?
Yeah, I never even thought about that till you just said that.
Wow.
Wow, that's a good one.
You're stupid.
But Nick Fury's furious and goes and talks to Tony Stark about Ultron and AI and all this stuff, and gives him a stern talking to. He's like, "Listen, young man, you fucked up. I'm gonna set you down on my knee. I'm gonna spank you 4 times."
You're stupid.
He pulls down Tony Stark's pants,
Stop.
starts spanking him, but then, whoop, one time a finger slipped in. Tony Stark was like, "Ooh, you hit me right in the Jarvis." All right, we can move on.
God.
Ultron starts...
Did you smoke crack today? Is that a yes?
Oh, I was really confused about what I
Oh, you
wrote
don't know
down.
what crack is?
No, what I wrote down. I didn't smoke crack.
You didn't smoke crack.
I can't talk, okay? I want to take a nap.
It's 8 o'clock at night. You can't take a nap.
Yeah, but
That's called going to bed.
I got up at 8 in the morning, went and saw a movie, and then we went to Minnie Mouse's house and did a bunch of poop. Not like literally poop, but you know.
You got up at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, tough day. Ultron starts making vision and then reveals the Mind Stone. It's right in Loki's little thingy. So that's how he was controlling people in Avengers 1.
It took you how many movies to figure that out?
Well, no, I already knew that. I wrote it
Yeah.
down in my notes. It seemed pretty important.
Oh,
And this
okay.
movie's all about the gems. You're probably right down where one came from, pal.
Well, yeah. It was kind of funny that they never... Like, how did Thor not know that?
I don't know. Apparently Thor doesn't
Where
have
did he
the-
get that goddamn thing? Did he get that from Thanos?
Who? Loki?
Yeah, he got it from those fucking goofy guys in the beginning of Avengers. No, the beginning of Thor?
I think he had it in Thor.
Yeah.
I think he already had it. I don't know.
But then they gave it to him, though, didn't they, in Thor?
I don't remember. Comment down below where Loki got his staff, because we're stupid.
I'm pretty sure they gave it to him.
If he's right, comment down below that it's okay, Jerome. You don't need to know all the information. But if neither one of us know, then comment down below that Nick's stupid. Thor and Eric find ancient water, and Thor gets visions about the
Were
Infinity
you glad to see
Stones.
Eric again?
Kind of sick of him, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Like, Thor could have went and
I
found...
still don't like him because he's mean to Vince.
Yeah. Thor could have found that water all by himself.
Yeah, why do you have to go find him?
Well, I wish they kind of more elaborated on Thor's stuff. He's just like, "Oh, I'm gone. I'm taking a bath. Oh, I see some visions about the Infinity Stones," and then tells them all about it.
Yeah, it was odd.
Well, like it felt
just supposed
it felt very forced. Like if there was like 1 or 2 more scenes about it, it might have felt more smooth in there. But
And
it was
then
like,
this movie's 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
with Avengers: Infinity War is supposed to be the longest Marvel movie ever.
Great.
But it kind of should be with every character ever created. It's in
Well, that's a 2-parter.
Kind of, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, they said the second was not. It's a sequel, but not part 2, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even though Thanos is the bad guy still, so
Is Fletch
you
2
know
a
that.
sequel to Fletch?
I don't know. Is it? Yeah,
It's called Fletch 2, motherfucker.
it's called Flesh 2, motherfucker.
Yep.
Does he fuck someone's mother in it?
Yours.
Yikes. The Avengers take Vision and get in a really cool chase scene. They're chasing down Ultron in his big-ass truck. Black Widow goes, picks up Captain America's shield, fighting all the people. I really like, too, and she's like, "Cap, stall him," and he like gets thrown into a bus, and he's like, "What do you think I've been doing?"
Yeah.
They're like, they're really good at doing chase scenes in the MCU. Seems like every movie has one, but they're always really cool.
And they're different. Like, it's hard to get a plane and a semi, and then
Yeah.
the semi takes off. And
Well, so eventually they get Vision and goes into Hawkeye's ship, and they bring it back to Stark Tower, And
poof.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver betray Ultron on the bus with Captain America, which I actually forgot they betrayed him at that point. I thought they did it way later.
Well, I mean, did they? I guess they betrayed him.
Yeah, they locked him up to help save Cap.
No, yeah.
And to save the people on the bus.
Yeah, and then they saved all the people on the bus. But what I mean is, they didn't really betray him. They just went good. They thought Tony Stark was evil,
and then they learned he's not.
They learned. Well, I think they still think he's not.
Well, they knew that the Avengers are good, and Ultron's bad, and Tony Stark's on the Avengers. So like, they don't trust him, but they trust the Avengers.
And they know that Ultron just wants to destroy the world. So maybe if they stop him, then they could stop.
Butt rip Tony Stark and get him out of the town. So
You've been talking a lot about rape today. Did you get hurt or touched today or something?
Jackson actually was being very creepy with me today. He rubbed my arm and said, "I have a cousin fetish," and he also have a 22-year-old cousin fetish, and it gets older every year.
Well, that explains why you keep talking about
and
butts.
He kept touching me. He's like, "I got a sideburn fetish," and like rubbed me. It was very odd. Yeah. So Tony.
Did he tell you he had a penis fetish and rub your penis?
Probably. Tony
You
Stark
don't remember?
talks to Bruce into putting Jarvis into Vision.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what happened in the movie, bub.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
He had to talk him into it.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of a pushover. For being a Hulk.
Yeah. Tony, he loves to be like, "Hey, come on, Bruce, do it for me, pal."
Yeah.
But I really like that he does all that, and then Thor's just like, boom, and Quicksilver goes and stops it all, and like kind of just fuck everything up, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
Really liked all that. Then we get a really cool scene with kidnapped Black Widow and Ultron. Then she does Morse code to Hawkeye. I like that when he's talking to her, and he's like poof, through his own face or whatever. Remind me of like when Zoom's talking to Barry and kills himself.
Oh yeah.
Like with his time remnant stuff.
And for a second, I didn't know what you were talking about, but yeah, it scared the shit out of her. That's for sure.
Yeah. So then the Avengers have a mini civil war up at the top, and then this is when Thor shows up, slams lightning down on Vision, and wakes him up. And then guess what my next note is? Tony pulls out his new AI Friday. Made sure to write that down.
You can put that in the video?
Yeah. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver help evacuate the city. And the team goes after Black Widow
it's
and
funny.
Ultron.
Like I said, I've seen this 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite movie. But I didn't realize, because he talks about meteors a lot in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, he's making a meteor. Like, you know what? I just thought he's lifting the city to, like, fucking kill the people in the city. And then, then the destruction kills everybody else. I didn't realize he's actually making a meteor. It just, like, went over my head because I thought it was stupid.
I didn't even catch that.
Really?
Yeah. As you're saying that right now, I was like, oh. I didn't even, none of that even clicked in my brain.
That scares the shit out of me. No, I mean, I guess it didn't click in my brain either the first 2 times. I mean, maybe it did, but I thought it was kind of dumb that you can just go steal some vibranium and then lift the city. But
yeah,
I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what I thought. Like at that point, I think I just thought vibranium was metal. It was funny when he goes,
"Oh, they make a frisbee."
Yeah,
yeah, I really like. See, he did a lot of like digs in them, which I did like.
And also the things it was cool seeing this after seeing Black Panther.
Oh yeah,
because it just put it more in perspective.
Yeah,
you know.
So I really like when Hawkeye goes to shoot Quicksilver. It's like nobody would know.
Oh yeah, you said that. That was cool.
Yeah, what's what happened in the story right here. But yeah, I really like that. He has a whole like talk with
Scarlet Witch. That was cool too.
Yeah. And then Nick Fury shows up with helicarriers to save the civilians, which I remember originally watching. I was like, oh shit, he's helping them. Like, kind of thought Nick Fury was out at this point because he hasn't been in the movies in a while. Then also with Nick Fury comes War Machine, and then Quicksilver dies.
Yeah, and where was Falcon? On a break?
Yeah, smoke break.
He's looking for a Winter Soldier, but
that was like a throwaway line just to be like, oh, he's not here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's maybe filming his camp. Oh no, he's not even in Ant-Man that long.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. They really could have put him in there, but I don't know. Hulk takes Ultron's ship and flies to Thor Ragnarok. Vision up.
Still makes no sense to me, but go ahead.
Yeah, maybe it'll probably make more sense when we actually see the movie.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, we just see him fly in a ship and then Black.
Are you saying like his airplane is one of those shoes in Thor 2?
Kinda, yeah. In a way, if that makes sense to you.
It made sense. It's just kind of dumb.
Vision is absorbed by Ultron, and then we get the reveal of the new Avengers team, which is War Machine, Falcon, Vision, and Scarlet Witch. Which that's the scene that was going to have Captain Marvel and Spider-Man as well.
Okay, so it's Falcon.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Did that on purpose to fuck you up. And Vision.
In War Machine.
Oh, and War Machine. And Captain America.
Yep.
I was going to say, but not all those guys are on Captain America's team in Civil War.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because
it makes sense that War Machine isn't.
Well, but yeah, 'cause especially like, not even like him siding with Tony, but him being like on the side of the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vision. I think Vision's kind of a bitch. He should have been on Captain America's team.
Yeah, but Tony Stark's kind of literally his daddy.
Not really.
I mean, kind of. He's
Ultron is as much as
literally. It's like Thor and Tony Stark had a baby and made it. It was Vision.
Yeah, Tony Stark didn't do a whole lot. It was mostly Ultron and that girl.
Well, yeah, but
South Korea.
it's I almost said Alfred. It's
just a voice.
Yeah, but his AI that he made, he put it inside him.
Yeah, but I guess.
So like it's like they took the soul of Iron Man's baby but put it in the body of Thor's child.
Could you make it more creepy?
Yeah, probably could.
I doubt it.
Thor bent over Tony. Then maybe talking about rape again. No, it's not rape because Tony Stark would probably like it. Then we got a end credit scene. Thanos grabs the Infinity Gauntlet and says, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
And it took him 6 years.
Yeah, he's got a really slow spaceship. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll get there eventually.
Jesus,
give me a couple years.
He's a badass.
I mean,
he's just slow.
I mean, because like these movies aren't like in a full line. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 takes place in 2014. So like how this goes, this end credit scene could have been literally right before Avengers: Infinity War.
I don't buy it. I only go by my timeline.
But I did see that at some point, which I thought would be kind of weird. We're gonna see young Thanos in Infinity War.
Oh, do you think we'll ever see Thanos and Cable in a movie together?
No.
Would that be like Captain America and Firestorm?
Yeah. But I can't think of his name. Chris
Evans?
Yeah. He made a joke when Disney was buying Fox. He's like, "Oh, who do I have to talk to get a Firestorm?" You know what I'm talking about. Both those characters in a movie together.
Captain America and Firestorm.
It's not Firestorm though. That's from
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh, you said Firestorm
I said
before,
Firestorm too. Yeah.
Yeah, now I don't know his name.
The same fucking thing.
Kinda, yeah. But all right, so now we're actually nope. It turned off my phone. We got to rank our movies.
I want to hear this shit. So you are lazy, so you only did like 6.
Yeah.
Okay. And then next.
Should I read them from 6 up?
Yeah, 6 up.
Spice it up a bit. All right, number 6 on my list of Marvel movies.
Just read it, fucker.
Iron Man.
Okay.
Black Panther.
Never
is
heard
5.
of it. Okay.
4, Avengers.
Oh my god.
3,
Mm-hmm.
Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Wow.
2,
If you say Guardians,
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
and then 1
And number 1's Guardians of the Galaxy.
This is your second favorite movie of all of them?
As of right now, it's definitely not my second favorite of all time.
As of so far.
But as of so far, yes.
Wow, you suck.
I mean, it's got some really good moments.
It's got some
It's got the
average moments
whole
too.
opening. We get the first viewing of Claw. Even the end fight scene is pretty neat. We got Quicksilver the first time. War Machine fighting with the Avengers.
Yeah, I just watched it, motherfucker.
There's some pretty cool moments in it that make it better than some of the movies we've seen.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. I definitely how I rank it mine with my stuff is like how I felt. I had a lot of fun watching it. I wasn't ever really bored except for when Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo were like, "Oh, I can't have babies. Oh no, I can't have babies either." Which I put that in my notes and I don't know how I skipped over it, but I did. But yeah, so what's your list? Go from bottom to top.
I'm gonna go from 6 too, cause
Oh yeah, it's fine.
okay, so 6 is Black Panther.
Okay.
5 is Iron Man.
'Kay.
4 is Captain America.
The first one.
Yep.
Okay.
3 is Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
2 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then what's number 1?
Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay. That makes sense for you.
So Avengers is actually number 8 in mine.
Oh,
So I would have Thor 7, Avengers 8. Avengers
so wait,
2,
is
8.
Avengers 2 higher than Thor 2 at least?
Yeah, it goes
Okay,
Thor, Avengers 2, Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Iron Man 3, Incredible Hulk.
Okay, cool. All right, so you want to watch the trailer for Ant-Man?
Nope. Who's your favorite person?
Oh, in the movie.
And it's weird because you just pick anybody because is it Arrow? Just kidding.
No, it's not. I mean, I did really like him, but I don't think he's my favorite. Who did I like a lot in this?
What's funny is I'm gonna say Ultron.
That makes sense.
We could have put some pop figures down. We have all of them.
Yeah,
You were very off today.
totally. I mean, even the camera's a little bit. There's so much space right here.
I'm gonna say Ultron just because, like, I remember not liking him at all, but I kind of enjoyed him watching it this time. And no one else really did much for me.
I kind of want to say Captain America. In
Really?
this, but I can't really point out anything in particular that he did.
Well, then I wouldn't pick him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who was in this movie the most that I liked.
Stan Lee?
No, I kind of want to say. Can I pick two people?
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, it's a tie between Thor and Captain America.
Well, really?
Yeah.
You just like them the best.
Well, in the movie, because like I really like all the moments with Thor's hammer in this, even like his at the end, him and Vision and all that. And like the whole scene on the bridge with Thor and Captain America where they saved the car and that lady in it and all that, like they double team with that.
Oh, yeah, that was.
I liked
cool.
all their stuff together with that, and like I liked that Thor actually went out and saw the Infinity Stones and all that.
Yeah, Captain America always gets stuck saving people instead of fighting bad guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Iron Man's like drilling holes on shit, and then he's like saving people
See,
on bridges.
I feel like Tony kind of didn't do much in this other than create the bad guys, and the one good guy.
I mean, he did help at the end.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
like throughout the movie, nothing much else. Then he fought Captain America. So I think it's a type.
The
Captain
end
America
fight
and
scene
Thor.
was like the beginning too. That was kind of cool because I remember
Yeah.
thinking, how the fuck did they choreography?
Choreograph that.
Yeah,
You know, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure 99% was CI.
I actually thought
I cannot talk either. You're like fucking rubbing off on me.
I'm not jerking off on you at all. I read that this is the only movie that Hulk doesn't say a single word in. Which I thought that Jerome was like, does he talk? Like, this movie was maybe a second guess. He talks like, yeah, he calls him a puny human in the other movie. Then he talks in the 2008 movie too.
So I mean, there's only 3.
Well, there's 4 counting Ragnarok, but he talks a lot. In
Yeah,
that.
but we haven't seen that, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, but that was in the notes. It was that from
Yeah.
updated. There was like one of the most recent ones. But this is like the only
I
film.
mean, it's not like
Well-
Thor. He's in like fucking 12 movies. You know what I mean?
Well, because like also like even like the older ones, like this is the first one where Hulk doesn't talk, which I found kind of interesting. I don't know why they didn't give him any jokes or anything. 'Cause those are usually kind of fun.
He was too angry in this one.
I guess, yeah. But so now we're finally, unless you got something else you want to jab in my butthole, we can watch the trailer.
There's
for
no shit in your
Alright,
butt.
we're gonna watch the trailer for Ant-Man. Hitting play now. Should make sure there's volume. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Imagine a soldier
Oh, I kind of forgot he's the bad guy.
the size of an insect.
I like him.
So do I. It was perfect because like I was just watching House of Cards when this came out, so I was
yeah.
like, oh yeah.
So how do we stop him?
I kind of forgot she was in it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Scott, I've been watching you for a while.
that's creepy.
You're different. And I believe everyone deserves a shot at redemption.
I've only ever seen this movie once.
Really?
Yeah, the one time we saw it in theaters.
My days of breaking into places and stealing stuff are over. What do you want me to do?
I want you to break into a place and steal some stuff.
Makes sense.
I'm super excited for the sequel to this.
Ready to be
Yeah.
a hero.
Now, the suit has power.
Doesn't he kind of see Michael Pena naked in
You have
this?
to learn how to control
Doesn't he get short in the shower when Michael Pena walks in?
it. And these are your greatest
Maybe.
Kind of cute.
When you're small, you have superhuman strength. You're like a bullet.
The special effects of this are cool because they're different.
Yeah.
Show me how to punch.
That actually made me laugh.
You tried to hide your suit from me. Now it's gonna blow up in your face and destroy everyone you care about.
Scott, get out of there!
think you could stop the future? You're just a
He definitely has one of the best moments in Civil War.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
I know. Wasn't my idea.
What's funny is that so that part where he says that's him talking to Falcon.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm excited to watch this.
Yeah.
You,
Like stuff like this, like these are like some of the coolest fight scenes, just because it's so weird and different and silly.
well, yeah, and like at the end when they find that briefcase, and when they fly out of the helicopter, you don't remember, do you?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. See, I've seen this like at least twice, 3 times, maybe.
Really? Oh, because you watched it when it was on HBO a couple times, huh?
Yeah, when we first bought DirecTV, it was on like Stars or something, and I just turned it on. Like they had that big cockroach at the end.
Oh.
Avon Barksdale's in it.
Yeah, I forget a lot about. That's why I'm excited to watch this. I've forgot a lot about it.
Yeah.
But all right, so that's the. Oh, let me pause this. I was getting ready to download it. Anything else you want to say before we end the podcast?
I mean, other than the fact that you have a butthole fetish, no.
I don't know where that came into play. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the Pleeka podcast. Please like and subscribe. I do want to mention for anybody that cares about Behind the Pleeka or anything like that, it's going to be very late this week because we've had so many goddamn fucking computer problems and been busy doing all kinds of podcasts. So that'll probably come out maybe Tuesday or Wednesday if you care. And yeah, go check out our Patreon. Check us out on iTunes. Go listen to Random Ramblings with me, Nick, and Hess. And we'll see you guys next Monday for Ant-Man.